we seem to be on the verge of a deal. There's every reason to believe that both sides have been pulled back from their maximalist positions of the past year and are coming to an agreement, which is going to be painful for both of them, but also, going to bring back to Israel a whole bunch of hostages and is going to free many, many hundreds of Palestinian prisoners, as well as bring aid back into the Gaza Strip, and rearrange the situation there in terms of its security. So I think that, I don't know if it's going to be announced today, but it seems in the next couple of days very likely. Yes.
Broad strokes here, Ethan. What does the deal look like? I gather it's a two-step deal. Again, we've seen this kind of floated before in the past. That's my
right.
first
In
question.
many ways,
Go ahead. Yeah.
Sorry. The deal's not that different from what President Biden suggested last spring and summer. He talked about a three-phase that seems to be maybe going down to 2 to 3. But the basic idea is that you start with the humanitarian cases, as they're called. That is to say, the women, those who are ill, and those who are over 50, and children included as well, if there are corpses. I don't think there are any living children. And they will come out in stages over 6 weeks in return for Palestinian prisoners being released. The Israelis are going to pay a higher price for the women soldiers, 50 per soldier instead of 30 per some of the others, in terms of releases. So there's that. Then there's hundreds of trucks of aid that will go in every day into Gaza Strip to the people who are quite hungry. And then there's going to be a kind of buffer zone created around the Gaza Strip, north and east of it. And the Israelis are going to start moving out of population centers. So that's the deal.
Ethan, is Hamas a government?
Yes, it's been a government. Absolutely.
In what way is it a government? I mean, there's great statements about so-and-so's been killed or that person's been killed, but in the negotiations, is there a clear Hamas leadership?
Well, I mean, you're right that there's a split Hamas leadership. There are those who are outside of Gaza, and then those who are inside. And many of those who are inside have been killed by Israel. The remaining figure seems to be the brother of Yahya Sinwar, a man named Mohammed Sinwar, who is sort of running Gaza inside. But they're in talks. They're in communication, Sinwar, with the folks who are in Qatar. So they are the leadership. Yes.
We're in novel territory here because we have the President of the United States with his team conducting these negotiations, party to these negotiations, and then we have a team affiliated with the President-elect. Steve Witkoff and his team have been in the Middle East as well. This is new.
Yes.
We haven't seen this before. How is that playing out as you understand it? And going back to what I said a moment ago, we had Jake Sullivan, the National Security Advisor, talking about this deal being close. Look, I don't mean to characterize this as a parlor game here, but one side will be trying to take credit here going forward. Who has made the most actionable difference here? Is it the sitting president or the team that's going to come in here on January the 20th?
I think that the incoming Trump team gets a big win in terms of timing and appearances. So they come in, guns blazing, all hell break loose, all that kind of talk. And people are rather nervous about President Trump in the world. And then this government in Israel wants to be in good stead with that government. So I think that, there's been a lot of serious work by Jake Sullivan and by Anthony Blinken and all the people associated with the Biden administration. But I do think that the arrival of the Trump administration at this moment with its bellicose manner has made a big difference. It has.